Hey guys, here to get into 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is directed by Stanley Kubrick, released in the year 1968, which just remains completely ahead of its time and its foundation, and just perhaps one of the most visually colorful film experiences I've ever seen. Just a film that's both very abrasive and subtle at once, and a very powerful impact, which really does feel like Kubrick achieved something equivalent of an alien invasion force throughout this entire project. As a cinematography, it's just groundbreaking from start to finish. And all these four acts are just completely layered and fascinating and original in their own kind of ways. It's as if like it just conveys a complete and original balance in all these scenes. It just holds up as groundbreaking from start to finish. Just perhaps just one of those revolutionary of the science fiction depictions. Just very atmospheric, just incredibly entertaining, and getting lost into its whimsical kind of nature. As it embraces a lot of depths of mystery. Just as a kind of Stanley Kubrick's uniquely dark, optimistic perspective on life. And it washes over as a fresh viewing upon every experience. I've seen this many, many times, and it always holds lands as almost just like a place of conquering anxiety and fear in face of the unknown. It kind of has this really substantial way of about itself, which is just very ahead of its time, as it displays like optimism and depth of very intense moods, and just again like a just an insane kind of darkly optimistic sort of outlook on life. And just some of the greatest characters right here. One of my just one of the all time greatest journeys to go through in its own kind of way entirely. A timeless kind of soundtrack, incredible characterization, just perfect screenplay. Even though about 80 minutes of it is in silence, but the screenplay, whenever there's the screenplay, is just absolutely incredible. And it's all just incredibly well mapped out, exploring just a completely original depiction of what kind of feels like, in a lot of ways, an accurate kind of way of looking at the future. Because the first bit said 99, and then you get 2001, like Acts 3, and on and so on. And it just really kind of reveals itself as just, there's more upon every viewing, really. Because there's kind of like it's almost like a transcendental expressionism living in all these acts. But then, like, I feel like the second and third are running on more of a kind of like slow-paced thriller stories, and the first story is kind of more just like in first and fourth are kind of just their own it's like beginning and end of their own, just completely original all around. Intense expressionism, just over the larger than life kind of project in every single way. It's just extremely entertaining and just mind bending from start to finish as an ultimate piece of escapism, which is just influential towards just so much moving forward. This is just a perfect perspective on filmmaking. And the project itself is just just an ultimate experience. It's just Kubrick's an original moment of Kubrick's, and it just has so much like wonderful pacing about it. It's really just a one of a kind. And kind of just conveying something, a realistic kind of way about a space atmosphere. The way Kubrick perceives all this just really is kind of just timeless. It's so fascinating how he perceives just technological advancement, and a lot of this film is kind of just celebrating like optimism and the fact that like this much technology has kind of like been invented, and it's really cool. It's fascinating to just sort of just see this just overwhelming depiction all throughout, and it's just like once it's on, it's got a grip about it that's been nearly impossible to let go of. Like in the moment, it's just a very entertaining, forward-thinking kind of just project all around. Just a wonderful formula, wonderful depiction, and Kubrick's had his just again uniquely optimistic lens here, and it's just one of the greatest things I've seen. This just holds up as an all-time favorite in depths of the unknown, exploring the unknown, but kind of finding transcendental wonder ultimately and all of that. That's kind of how the film perceives it. Like, even like a darker, like moments as a lot of the second and third act are big. And then it's just kind of really mind-bending around all that as well. It's just wonderfully executed, very one-of-a-kind original. And it's strongly recommended from start to finish.